So another day, another cliff edge, and this time we escaped tumbling over the cliff edge pretty narrowly. But Europe's actually given Britain some time and space to come to a decision if we're smart enough to seize the opportunity and set out a plan to resolve the Brexit issue. Basically, the deal that Theresa May has struck remains a bad deal. The Northern Ireland position's a mess. The future relationship's a mystery. We should not be exiting Europe finally until we know roughly the destination we're heading to. And the whole weakness of her deal has always been that it doesn't tell us that. It doesn't tell us whether it's a soft Brexit or a hard Brexit. And those are the two choices. So what we now have is an opportunity to vote down the deal of the Prime Minister, take that off the table. No deal is clearly also off the table. We've then got to set out, either by the government gripping the issue or by Parliament gripping the issue, a way to come to a firm Brexit conclusion. What that means is a path whereby we take indicative votes going through each of the core options. And there really are three. You can add bits around them, but essentially there are three options. A soft Brexit, that keeps us in a relationship with Europe rather like Norway, but of course has got the challenge that we then just become a rule taker. Or you can have a hard Brexit, which is what the Brexiteers want. We have a relationship like Canada does with Europe, but then it's going to be a tough and painful process of adjustment. But those are the two choices. Or alternatively, Parliament decides on one of those choices and attach as to either of those choices a confirmatory referendum. In other words, Parliament says this is what we think, but you, the people, have the final say. Now, we need to set out, before the date Europe has now set us, which is the 12th of April, a proper plan for the resolution of this issue. I don't think it's necessary to take all these indicative votes before the 12th of April, but it is necessary that when the government goes back and sees Europe again before the 12th of April, that there is a clear plan backed by Parliament to get to a firm conclusion. Soft, hard, or back to the people. So we've now got the space and the time. It's a tight space, it's a short time, but we can do it. What is necessary now is that we do what for 3 years we have failed to do. Understand what the choices are, make the choice. And I believe when Parliament's really forced to consider what a hard Brexit means, what a soft Brexit means, they will understand that the sensible thing is to come to a position but allow the British people the final say. That's not undemocratic. Actually, it's very sensibly democratic. We can do it. The question is, does the government have the will? And if the government doesn't, does Parliament have the will? I hope both do, because that's what's necessary to bring this thing to clarity and therefore to closure.